Hey guys, happy Wednesday. Welcome back to your all-time favorite class. Today we're going to continue on with section 8.1, which is still on finding a place to live. And today we're going to look at signing cost or initial cost to moving into an apartment. This is stuff that kind of sneaks up on you because when you're looking at apartments, you really want to focus on what the monthly rent is. And then to actually get into that apartment, there's some extra costs included with that. So that's what we're going to look at today. So here's the type of question. So we have Rufus and Maria here, and they paid a $200 application deposit for an apartment with a monthly rent of $1,595. They're required to provide a credit report that costs $25 and pay a security deposit equal to 1 month's rent. The landlord also requires the last month's rent at the time of signing the lease. Okay, they went through a broker, and that broker is going to charge 10% of the yearly rent. So that's something we got to pay attention to right there. So yearly rent. Okay. So then how much should they expect to pay to be able to move into the apartment? Whew. Okay, we got a lot going on here. So let's just go through it line by line and keep track of, what costs they have to pay to actually get into here. Okay. So first of all, I'm looking at this and I see that they have to pay a $200 deposit. So what I'm going to do, guys, is I'm just going to start writing down these different amounts. So I'm going to start with our $200 application deposit. So we had 200 bucks. Okay. They're required to provide a credit report that also costs $25. Okay, so we have to put down another 25 bucks for a credit report. They pay a security deposit equal to 1 month's rent. Okay, so set up here that rent was $1,595. So we have to pay that as our security deposit. So $1,595. Okay, and the landlord also requires the last month's rent at the time of signing the lease. All right, so that means we have to pay an extra $1,595. Okay, so that's all going to the landlord as part of your initial cost there. And since we went through a broker, the broker's charging 10% of the yearly rent. So let's figure that out first. Our yearly rent, let's see, so we're paying $1,595 a month every month for 12 months in the year. So we're going to start by multiplying $1,595 times 12. Okay, and that means over the year, we're going to end up paying $19,140 to live in this apartment. Okay, and then the broker charges 10% of that, so we're going to multiply that by 0.10, and that gives us our broker fee of $1,914. Okay, so let's go ahead and add all that up. So if we add up our $200 application deposit, $25 credit report, $1,595 security deposit, our last month's rent of $1,595, and our broker fee of $1,914, that gives us $5,329. Okay, a lot of money, but we're not done yet, because you think about this, what we included here was nothing here talked about the rent for that first month we would be in our apartment. The landlord's not going to let you be in the apartment if you hadn't paid rent for that month already. Because the way rent works is you pay for the upcoming month, not the one that had just finished. So really, to be able to, we have to also include the first month's rent in this situation. So we have to add to that another $1,595. Okay, and that's the one little tricky part. In these questions, it never says specifically you have to pay first month's rent. But that's something we have to remember. No, we can't be there unless we paid rent for that month. So we have to include that in. So really, to be able to live in this apartment, we have to put up an upfront cost of $6,924. And again, that's where it gets a little tough. I remember when we moved into our current apartment, we had to pay first month rent, of course, and our security deposit was a month and a half worth of rent. So we had to have a lot of that up front to be able to live here. Okay, let's do another example. What I would love, guys, is pause this video for a second, try this one on your own, and then I'll go over it. All right, so Larry is renting an apartment that will cost $1,250 per month. So he must pay a $100 application fee and a $25 credit report fee. His security deposit is 2 months' rent, and he also must pay the last month's rent upon signing the lease. His broker charges 5% of the total year's rent as the fee for finding the apartment. So let's find the total cost of signing our lease. All right, so again, let's just go through it step by step. So first of all, he's paying a $100 application fee. Let's start with $100 and a $25 credit report fee. So 25 bucks. His security deposit is 2 months rent, right? So it'd be $1,250 times 2, which is going to be $2,500. Okay. And he also must pay last month's rent upon signing the lease. So you have to pay another $1,250. Okay. And then a broker charges 5% of the total year's rent. Again, we have to calculate what that would be. So we're going to go ahead and take our $1,250, which is per month. We're going to multiply it by 12 months per year. And I'm going to do it all in one step and also multiply that by 0.5. Because again, this $1,250 times 12 would be the year rent. And that's that times 0.05, which would be his fee. And that ends up giving us $750. Okay. Now again, the thing with that doesn't specifically say. We have to make sure we're also including our first month's rent, right? The rent we need to be able to move into our apartment. Try to add in an extra $1,250. Okay, so altogether, that's going to give us initial cost of $5,875. Okay, there we go. Now, great news, guys. That is going to be our last financial algebra-like question for today. I have one more thing I want you guys to do, though. For our next lesson, we have to remember how to do or solve a system of equations. Okay, so I want you to try to think back to those noodles of yours, and I want you to solve this system by elimination. Do the best that you can. Based on how well we do on this, will allow me to figure out if I should spend a day reviewing how to solve a system of equations. Okay, so try this one out as well. The answer to this, I want you to submit on your Google form for today. Okay, so go ahead and pause this video for a second. Try this out. If you have no idea, that's okay. Just say that, and that'll let me know that I should review this. All right, so from here, go ahead, back on P Learning, and complete today's lesson check. See you guys later.